Okay. Right, I was fighting the man with the two swords. That's where I left off. Not this way. Give me a bit of a warm-up. I was just playing DS2 again. I'm still annoyed every time at boss runs in concept and in practice, because I want to fight the boss again. I don't want to have to fight these guys or dash past them again. I tried to dodge. I was a little bit late. I think Trish just made a noise. I might need to go fetch her. Kind of spamming. I'm surprised it didn't hit me. Nope. Should've taken a double sit there probably. That works in this game. AoE. I should have read that better. Need that to work. Did not. Don't like it. Two of him. Couldn't see it, he was behind the other guy. Couldn't use that opening, and I really need to heal. That was late, but I got away with it. somehow not dead. I need this heal to go off. Oh, you can kill the Phantom separately, I see. It wasn't necessarily going to be safe to do so, but I could, in theory, do that. I need to figure out why my cat was making noises. I'll be right back. I feel like he was just in a mood. She seems fine now. She's by the computer. I know. She'll tend to meow just like in a way that like it sounds like she's hurt or scared, but it's just that she's excited a lot of the time. And that alone can be kind of distressing. And like there's the added problem of like I'm wearing my headset. My headset is not like fully noise isolating, but it kind of is. And also it's putting sound into my ears during a boss fight. So I can't hear like what's happening in the apartment clearly. So whenever I hear Trisha like in a distance, it's like, okay, what's going on? Like, is she okay? Is it happening? Did she like knock down a like set or something? Did she hurt herself? Damn it. Oh, good. Still my complaint with the boss rush is like it's so boring that my mind wants to wander, but it's usually just demanding enough that my mind can't wander. I'll just walk straight into the guys like that. Nope. Almost got out of that. I read that as a faster attack than it was. Gross. risky heal. Got away with it. There were windows I could have dodged out of that and just missed my dodge every window. Like that was like 5 successive failures. Never free to run back to the boss. That was a mistake, but no, it didn't work out. He just changed combos so well that it's really hard to tell what is actually a safe combo and what isn't. It's like he doesn't leave like big open windows. It's just like moments between his attack combos where he's not doing anything. And sometimes I read them correctly and sometimes I don't. He can backhand out of his like big stab attacks too, so like I don't having trouble consistently reading this man as to what's safe and what isn't. Which is why I'm kind of falling back and just like attacking a little bit whenever there's an opening and hoping I can dodge out of it, out of the commit if I have to, which is sometimes worked. Nope. Same with the heal windows, just do it when it looks like it's right and hope you didn't guess wrong. Which I don't know, maybe that's the fight. It's just I feel like I've at least been getting used to bigger windows. It could also be an artifact of swapping between 2 and 3. Just 2 like was much more about like the here is your designated heal window, attack window stuff, and like 3 is much more fluid. I need to turn the game music down. I think that's the issue. The game music is just too loud. Oh, I switched window focus because I was looking at the OBS settings, but what I actually want to change is... Didn't mean to dodge there. think I like him in phase 2 more, because he's more predictable. Because he and the clone do the same things, and I guess I can, in theory, take one off the field. Maybe temporarily, maybe permanently, I don't know. See, I don't know like when to expect the back end. I feel like I don't understand like why I'm sometimes reading him well and sometimes not. Like outside of just I don't know. No. Me having to run back to the boss after I die. Helps to be behind him at least, but not guaranteed. I guess this has been my play in general, like I don't know when I started doing it. I think some NDS1, but like it's been a thing I learned to do for a while. Because if you're simply behind the enemy, it opens up it makes your dodge windows easier to an extent because you're just not in position for their attacks to hit to start with. And you don't need to have your iframe timing perfect or like be careful about which direction you're dodging in. That's new. Man, god damn it. I stand by generally preferring it to be when there's two of them because like it feels easier to read their attacks. But the exception is when one of them casts an attack from behind the other and I literally cannot see it because there's nothing to see. I just have to like guess based on like them standing still and probably doing something to me. Or that or just reading the projectiles right. But there's a lot of opportunities for damage in the phase transition. Fuck off! It's like a foot to the left of me. There's a lot of opportunities for damage in the phase transition, which is useful. And I didn't realize like the phase transition, and then you dodge out because it's in the AoE, and then also when he's summoning his phantom, just hit him there, so I get some more damage in. It seems like you can like almost kill the phantom outright, which would be very useful if true, even if it is only temporary. Man. That's on me. I did not think it'd be a... Well, I guess I came into, like, what, like, these games, like, 2 especially, assuming that I would get instant killed by stabs, and then sometimes I didn't, and started to think, oh, maybe being stabbed isn't that bad, and now... Once again, yes, being stabbed is probably a one-shot. As it should be. That's reasonable. I think if I were stabbed through the chest of a giant spear, I would be one-shot. I don't think I'm built different. Not in that respect, at least. Fuck off! Oh, that was a wasted heal. I thought I was lower. Fucking saw me take that sip. It's like, no, you don't. No, you fucking don't. So reach behind him with a sword. Ow, rude. Oh, that was risky. It was fine. I thought I read that better. Okay, I need to heal. Can't get... No, 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 no! Oh boy. Panic heal, not a good idea. Worked out. I'm watching his Phantom this time. I need to bait something else out to go behind him. Good luck, friend. If I'd recovered from that, I would have been in great position to maybe finish the fight. The problem I'm running into now is whenever they separate, my preferring the locked camera really fucks me. And I'm not sure that unlock would help necessarily, but like it drags one of them clearly out of my view, so I can't see them, and like that isn't what's getting me hurt. It's like I'm generally pretty confident in my ability to dodge attacks blind, like just reading where enemies are and like reading the sound or listening to the sounds, and generally just like vibing out like the attack patterns based on what I know about how the fight works. But I'm not, you know, perfect. I make mistakes, and like it's hard to it's harder to do that than it is to dodge someone I can see the movements of. I think getting the opening is really important. So I can take the clone nearly to half as he's coming in, which helps immensely, because then it's just like one good attack combo will get me there, which is really good to just get him off the field as fast as possible. And it does some bonus damage to the actual boss, of course, which is, you know, good. Rude. That was risky, but he decided to not attack right out of it, thankfully. Oh, that didn't hit the clone at all that time. Interesting. I assume they were just basically literally on top of each other. Apparently not. Or not necessarily. Misread it. Might be fine. Oh! Oh! I'm normal. I make normal noises when I'm scared. Please give me a second to heal. Thank you. Those long strings that you can do are just so hard to deal with. I mean, like, they don't... maybe they are. Like, maybe they're just, like, consistent, like, numbers I could be counting and memorizing, but they don't feel that way. They feel like he'll just roll between them as he feels. Which is definitely interesting. I don't know that I hate it or that I dislike this boss fight, but it makes it, like, so hard to, like it is, like, the way I'm doing it is just totally a vibes-based enterprise where I'm guessing when he's going to open and when he's not. And, like, sometimes I'm right and sometimes I'm very, very wrong. Especially when there's two of them on the field and I have to remember, like, every attack. Because they seem to almost always double up when there's two of them. So, like, if one of them does the, like, a given pattern, the other one's going to do it on the offbeats right after him, which is hard to deal with. Even if you're ready for it. Nope. 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 No. 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 Nope. 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 Oh, god damn it. Brain went off kilter again. I was thinking about the door that's locked to the right and, like, if that's something I have to do after Sullivan or not. I've seen the map of this area. I should know this, but I didn't really internalize it. That was bad, but I got away because of positioning. had that dodge. I did not have that dodge. I always think the attack is going to be a little bit slower than it is for some reason. That's at least my excuse for why I keep getting clocked by it like that. Risky, got away with it. Misread that badly. I swear I dodged that, but okay. Yeah, he's being a bit greedy of my attack, but like the flip side of like not feeling like his attack patterns are consistent is I feel I have to take the damage where I can get it. And like with the dodge, and sometimes I just get set wrong. Doesn't really dodge, but it was good where I dodged, I think. Shouldn't really have attached from that position. Shouldn't really have attached from that position. Risky. Punished. Nope. really don't like how that loses camera tracking. Especially when he combos out of it. I'm surprised it didn't hit me. They don't always mimic each other, I guess. But you're in the wall. I read that wrong. They just don't give me any openings! Like... I don't know when and then I was supposed to hit them. I think I've got to force one, but like, Jesus, man. Plus the camera remains like the real final boss of the game where I've got like to somehow keep both those dipshits in view at all times, and even when they dash away with the attack that just always breaks camera tracking. If I'd gotten the clone off the field, I might have had it again, but I have yet to manage to do that. Despite getting them like really close to that opening salvo. This is me being mad at myself now for missing dodges I know better than to get hit by. God damn it. Like, none of those I missed last fight, and this fight I'm just getting clocked like 24/7. God damn it. No, fuck you. We're wiping. It's cool that they can just hit you from behind for half your health. It almost hit me at that distance. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Normal, reasonable attack to put on what I'm about to die. That was not the time to heal. I forgot what commenter that was. I'm just getting teleported back now. That was risky, but I got away with it. I shouldn't have been dodging backwards, but I just wanted a second. I shouldn't be using my full stamina on that opening. It's just so hard to get hits in on the clone after that that I really want that opening to get as much as I can the opening as possible. And dodging to the side is just so much harder when I'm like tracking multiple enemies like that. So if I'm not careful, like just swivel the camera and then I'll be losing track of one of them. Fuck off, man! I don't want to fight these dipshits. I want to fight the boss. I don't want to prove I can kill 5 guys every time I want to kill the boss. Like, I can do it. I've done it. Let me prove my strength against this guy instead of his dipshit friends. Not quite read it correctly. Emily's gonna do that, yep. Don't like not seeing what one of them is. God. I just needed like a second to catch my breath. That's all I needed. Damn it. So you can back in to fight this sword. Good to know. No, 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 no. God! I could see it coming, too. Like, I knew they were gonna do a combo like that, and I was just gonna get fucked, because unless I'm, like, in a really good position, it's so hard to read them on the flag. Dodge, 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 and, like, land it correctly. Man, fuck off. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Okay, I gotta watch that. Hello. I'm fighting Pontiff Sullivan and getting alternatingly jazzed about the fight and annoyed about running back to it through the crowd. Nope. Okay. That should have hit me. I'm not sure how I feel about this fight. I kind of like it, but it's also like it feels like you're rolling a dice, or a die, I guess, all the time, as far as whether you're gonna get good patterns or whether you're going to guess correctly when they're gonna turn combos into other combos or not. And the run back is awful, but that's my opinion on most run backs in this whole set of games, so. That attack is obnoxious whenever it happens, I'll say that much. Nope. Okay. I can't believe I got away with that. I need you to be dead. Okay, I'm gonna be dead. Man, god damn it. Oh, as a first fight, yeah. It's a rough fight, and I feel like I'm only doing so well just because, like, this kind of, like, dodge-heavy, like, fight is just, like, the thing I do in these games. And, like, Dark Souls 3 is just much more to my taste after playing. I played 1, 2, and 3 in order, and, I started with Sekiro and then went to Elden Ring and Bloodborne, so coming from the fast pace of those games to 1 and 2 was rough. And 3 is much more to my taste, as far as speed of combat generally. Though what it chooses to do with that, as far as boss fights, is not always something I'm here for. And yeah, as a first game, I can see it being really rough. These bosses are spicy. This guy especially is just like, yeah, he just can just give you like no openings when there's two of him, and just their combos can really cover each other in a way that's hard to do anything with. And I feel like you just have to be aggressive and get lucky and kill the clone, and then you're kind of home free. But doing that's a lot easier said than done. I've gotten close several times. Actually, no, I have killed the clone once, and then I immediately got killed by the main guy, which that didn't do me much good. Ow. Okay. That was... I should not have done that attack. Fair enough. I think getting them out of phase by stun locking the real guy there is not actually helping me. Well, that's quite the story. I only had save loss for Dark Souls 2, and I had to redo a bunch of it, and now I back up my save for that just to be safe, but the rest have just kind of worked out. He's one in one sitting. Amazing. I can see it, I guess, if you like adjusted the pace of it better than I did, and like come to that game with like a better understanding of like how these three games play as opposed to Bloodborne and Sekiro. I can see it. I need to turn my headset down. I think the game is too loud in my own ears. Alright, that sounds better. Nope. Calm down. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's great. I thought he was gonna do another move out of that. He didn't. That was risky. He did not. He did punish me because I forgot what attack that was. Everything's fine. Everything's great. I think I almost got clipped by that. Fair enough. No! Risky. Got away with that. Did not read that correctly. He's resummoning, good to know. What if you were just dead, though? Yeah, I've never... This is not, like, meant to sound as a critique of that at all, but, like, I've never, like... I think for Elden Ring, I might have leaned into matching effectiveness against the boss, but I feel like for like Dark Souls 1 through 3 especially, I've just kind of like made it work with whatever I had, with the exception of like if it really was off kilter. Like when I did the Royal Rat Vanguard in DS2, I swapped to a spear because the katana I was using like wasn't, or it wasn't. I think it was a scimitar at that point. Like it was just not hitting enough of the rats, and I kept just getting like hit trying to hit the boss rat, and like the spear would hit multiple at the same time, and it made it a lot easier. Okay, so I'm getting dimension returns on Dex finally. Good to know. Sure.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flame.
We got one boss clear in tonight, and that was a exciting one too. Do I have any? That'll work.
Welcome, speak. Very well, then take it. Farewell, Ashen One. May the.
Ah, how may I be of service?
The two is. I have. Sorry, my cat strings done. Never mind. Two's. I have complicated feelings about two. Like, it does a lot of cool things. It has at least two bosses I really liked in some, like, kind of interesting moments, but it kind of counterbalances that with a lot of stuff I really, really did not like playing. Sure. And, like, honestly, it felt like every time I found a section that I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, like, what's happening here, it would, like, immediately follow it up with, like, a section I just absolutely hated. To the point where it felt like it was trying to do it. This is my first playthrough of 3. Blind except for having caught incidental stuff on the wiki, trying to check out the stuff. I've done 1 and 2, I've done Bloodborne, I've done Elden Ring, I've done Sekiro. I've not done Demon Souls, that'll be the last one. Sure.
Ashen One. Oh.
And kind of 2 and 3 have been interesting for me because I came out of a lot of like absorbed opinions that a lot of people I know who talk about Souls games have very strong opinions about 2 and 3 and usually like one of them a lot and dislike the other. And it's been kind of interesting to see like where those opinions come from and what people value that leads them there, and like and I've been curious for a long time about like what I was gonna feel coming in on my own. And yeah, so far it's kind of very mixed on 2, though I did like some moments of it. And 3, I feel like I've hit the ground running a lot on. Like, I've really enjoyed it comparatively. Like, it's just the base of combat has felt so much more. Yeah, see, that's my theory, is I think a lot of, like... I think there's a lot of, like, first one you touched syndrome with Souls that, like, determines which one is your real favorite. Like, I started Sekiro, and like that one has a special place in my heart. And I actually mean to go back to it because I didn't do 3 of the Gauntlet bosses in that. I want to clear those before I say I'm done with Souls games, so I want to do that at some point. As far as help, like, I mean, if I feel really stuck while you're here, I'll let you know, but I generally try to just vibe things out unless I'm feeling really stuck. At least for the moment, I think I have a direction to go, and I know I know after I get to another Lord of Cinder, I have some like main path story stuff to do, so that'll at least give me a direction for a bit. But I'll let you know. I'll help you, I guess. I gotta say though, the rust has set in heavily with Sekiro. Like I was playing it off stream, like for those Gauntlet bosses, and I unlocked the inner Genichiro fight. And man, I am nowhere near as good as that game as I was when I beat it. When I got my all achievements run and all that. Like, ow, rude. I'm gonna need to like get a lot better at it again if I want to. Hi. If I want to actually clear those bosses. Oh, you're alive. I see. Okay, I understand. I was wondering if all these giants were going to come to life. I guess it's not. Okay, at least 2 of them do come to life. I was curious if that was going to happen. I think I kind of like vibed with like the way combat works in Sekiro pretty like early on, but it took me a while to like really get the hang of it. And like, of course, that's what's falling off first. Like when I was going back to it, the thing I was doing, the bad habit that I fell back into was like spamming block early, which doesn't like necessarily mean you miss a block, because like, you know, you just hold the block and it just doesn't retro parry and it's relatively fine. But it means I'm just doing a lot of like this, trying to anticipate like attacks and coming in Sekiro and like not getting my good parries out. Yeah, I think it's kind of like it's kind of like the same. You feel like it comes from the same place as like panic rolling comes in like Souls is, where I'm just like not I'm getting unsettled by the combat and like not waiting and watching the attack like I should be, and I'm just kind of like reacting scared instead of like reacting like thoughtfully to the moves. I definitely felt like I was in a better place when I learned to not do that as much and like responded to the attacks like I really should have. I also noticed I was doing that same thing in Lies of P, which I played a bit off stream, and I need to get back to at some point. Which is a very Sekiro-like game as far as the combat works in that. You're the one who's alive, besides that guy. I see. Dead, dead, dead. He's gonna kill me. Not dead. Magic Pixel, please heal. Oh god, please heal. Oh boy. Yeah, I can see that. This is definitely an Elden Ring vibe here. A lot of this game and like parts of 2 even have made me think a lot about Elden Ring. Like there's different like themes and like character actions and like patterns and things that make me think of stuff they did in Elden Ring. Like it's kind of like a minor thing comparatively, but the stuff you do in the stuff you do in the Iron Keep stuff, the Iron Keep like chain walking DLC. Or let me rephrase that. The part in the Iron King DLC where you walk on chains made me think of, oh no, 2 of them. Made me think of the very end of Elden Ring where you're doing that. Which, I don't know. I don't know if that was meant to be a callback specifically, but it did make me think about it. Or a call forward, I guess. If I think of how those games were released. That hit me? Okay, I disagree, but sure. Would love the camera to be my friend instead of my enemy. I dodged that one, I swear. Yeah, that was interesting for me, so I didn't realize. I thought that was just like a thing that all the Dark Souls, like the named, the ones that are named Dark Souls did, like the instant New Game Plus restart. But it's just one's trick apparently, which is weird. And Bloodborne also does it, which is weird. I guess coming from the later games, but they're nicer about like, hey, do you actually want to start a New Game Plus? Do you want to run around and do some stuff you miss? The DLC in 1, I think I overall liked it. I think Artorias I loved. Artorias was like my favorite fight in that game by a good amount. Manus was alright. I did not like Calamite. And DLC in 2... I have mixed feelings with the 2 DLC. Like, I don't think I liked anything in Sunken King. I didn't like a lot. There's one good, like, puzzle in Sunken King. I'll give it that. And, like, a kind of interesting couple of gimmick bosses. I found a lot of Iron King annoying, but Iron King had my two favorite bosses in Dark Souls 2. Ice DLC I absolutely hated in like almost every way it was possible to hate it, except for some of the aesthetic, I guess. I'm dead, maybe. Actually, you're dead. Yeah, Smoke and Ornstein. So yeah, I should clarify. I like Smoke and Ornstein as well. Like I love two guys fights. Like, the fact, like, my approach to these games is like I love when I'm like challenged in like a pure combat. Oh, they put the bonfire in this room? That's fucking mean. What was I saying? I love the challenge of trying to learn the patterns of two guys at once and like having to like carefully maneuver around them so you're not getting comboed to death. Like, it's exciting. Vort was alright. Gundyr I liked. I think he wasn't like as high a point as other people seem to think he is. I know at least one person who loves Gundyr and like said that was like their like favorite boss in the game, which I don't know if I agree with that, but I did enjoy the fight and I think it was a good, strong opening fight. Let's do bit.
Farewell, Ashen One, made of...
I think my favorite fight so far in this game has been the what fight am I thinking of? Sorry, I need to pull something up real quick. The Abyss Watchers. I think the Abyss Watchers might have been my favorite fight so far. I think just the because like I mean, fair enough. You don't. We're allowed to have different opinions
Welcome
on it,
home.
but
Speak then.
I
Very well.
found it a really interesting. I guess it matters souls. What am I talking about?
Farewell, Ashen One.
I found it a really interesting like twist on the like
Ah,
the
how
boss
may I
fight
be
as
of
multiple guys
service?
formula to have them like respawn and also to have one of the guys be aggressive against the other guys. Oh yeah, it's fair. I wasn't ever doing bad damage, I don't think, and I was getting some good backstabs off, which helped. But also, like, I tend to be like an endurance fighter in these. Like, I just I'm gonna buy these. I assume they're related for an achievement at some point. Plus, I have souls to burn that I assume I'm gonna lose to death soon anyway. What was I saying? Like, I'm just very comfortable in a fight where, like, I'm chipping away and, like, dodging a lot and just, like, staying there for the long term. I don't mind doing good damage. Like, I've had some fun fights where I was, like, really just, like, cutting them to pieces, but... Like, the in the DS2 I'm doing offline, I fought the twin Dragon Watchers again, which all that you need to know is they're two big, beefy guys who swing slow. And I was doing, like, just huge chunks of their health per swing. It was great. I see. I don't actually think I want to be in this covenant, but I want them all for achievement reasons. And I assume following the Dark Souls 1 and 2 model, I'm going to have to do some stuff offline to grind their levels up for spells or whatever. Thing. If you might mean No Man's Wharf. I'm not sure. I like some parts of that area, but it's kind of I think a lot of my beef with Dark Souls 2, and specifically Scholar, the first sin, which I think turns it up, is it's just like every area is such a grind in that game. Like there's just a lot of guys between you and the next bonfire, and you better get to cutting. Like, I can't decide if I would have preferred fighting the base game or not. I honestly don't know. Like, I've heard people... I can't read them off to you, but I feel like I've heard people say there's other... Oh, no. Not again! No! No! I beat this game already! No! You can't make me do it again! You can't make me do this again. Dark Souls 1 callback, god damn it. Scholar, I think, makes the ad clusters worse. I don't know what you're trading off besides that playing the base version, is what I was trying to say. I think at this point they have rolled the DLC into the base game version, so you're not losing that, but I don't know. I think some item placements have changed. I would, like, go maybe read up on it, or, like, ask someone who has stronger opinions than I do to tell you. I definitely do not think I think what they did to ad placements is strictly worse than Scholar. That much I'll say is my opinion. Like, it made a bunch of areas just absolutely miserable for me and just turned them into, like, okay, I guess I'd better despawn them using the despawn mechanic. It's not what I wanted to be doing ever. It's just not engaging. I didn't get a title card for this area, did I? It just expects me to piece it together, facing context clues, doesn't it? This is in Orlando. I put it together a little bit ago. I know this place. I knew it was in the game also, because I, again, have been playing the wiki for other stuff. In theory, it would mean the bonfire is this way, but I don't know what they've changed. Oh, nope. Sure isn't. I guess the only way to go is into the main castle. I encountered some of these guys earlier and was trying to parry them, but I think between Dark Souls 3 having different parry timing and just not being heavily on parries anymore, since they didn't really do much for me in a lot of 2, I just could not parry them worth the damn, and it didn't feel worth it. I really need one to be dead. The bonfire is right here, I guess, but also, what if I didn't die? I lied. I did die. Parrying in Dark Souls 1 is extremely easy. Like, you don't... It's hard to get the hang of it early on, but, like, when you get to the Silver Knights in Orlando, they have, like, really reliable attack patterns, and it's really easy to learn parrying against them. At which point, they stop being enemies you have to care about, effectively, because you can just parry one-shot them, depending on how high your stats are. I don't know how they are to parry in this game, but again, like I have not been parrying that much in this game to start with, so it's hard to really tell what to expect. He's not dead. I thought you were dead. You know what? Oh, actually, I need to bug some friends about this, but. Yeah, despite like Sekiro being my first one of these, like parrying, like it's felt like so high risk and like medium reward. I mean, I don't know, sometimes high reward, but like mostly just so high risk in the other games comparatively that it's never felt worth doing over just dodging. Like especially in Elden Ring, I just learned to dodge good and like just did that the whole time. Like 3, I did it a few. In Dark Souls 1, I did it a bunch. In 2, I did it exclusively against NPC phantoms and NPC invaders because where's item? Because NPC invaders in Dark Souls 2, at least Scholar, are just incredibly tanky for some reason. Like I don't know why. And I found the only way I could kill them in like a reasonable amount of time was parrying them and riposting. What did I do in Elden Ring? I don't remember all of what I did. I think I used the Bloodhound Fang a lot. I started with the classic gets the curved sword or the scimitar or whatever. Aww. No. Friend. I used Rivers of Blood once I got it. I think I might have used the Uchi. I can't remember if I used the Uchi in that game or if that was what I started using in Dark Souls 1 through 3. And I used Melania's swords once I'd gotten her down. Specifically when I went back to fight Melania but harder in New Game Plus for reasons, I made sure to fight her with 2 of her swords. I'm gonna die here. Yeah. I can't run up from that angle. Yeah, that absolutely is EG. That's what they're going for. And I'm sad about him. He was cool. I miss him. Oh no, was EG was the one in Elden Ring, right? Yeah. I don't remember what the one. I guess it was just the giant blacksmith in Dark Souls 1. Alright, let's see if I can parry with it, damn. Get down here. Nope. Well, I landed 1 parry, so I have that going for me. So I'm getting distracted by online. I'm always interested in hearing what other people play in these games. Like, I've always been just a staunch melee fighter, but I know a lot of people like magic in these games. It hasn't really tended to be my style. Is that really not backstab position? Nope. I saw the jump coming and I knew I was dead. Aww. Millicent's, I like Millicent's questline, even though the end of it's kind of sad. When I went back to fight New Game Plus Melania, I made sure to do Millicent's quest again as a, like, I don't know, to make some sort of point. Right, can't parry that, I see, I understand. Nope. Not that they just rush in on you 2-on-1 is obnoxious. They're too feisty in this game. Yeah, I do that a lot. Oh, I don't know if I did that as much in Elden Ring or Bloodborne, but more and more in like the Souls, I find I just don't want to fight guys. Let me see if I can bait exactly one of them down. Where are they starting? I assume you probably can't because of how they're positioned, but I can try it. Hello, would you like to come down the stairs? Just you, not your friend. I love how it's always been impossible to make characters run downstairs in video games, and it will always be impossible. You can parry that. You set the timer right. No, I specifically said just one, not both. I was very clear. If I die here, I'm going to stop fighting them, I think. I think I've proven that I can't even handle them one-on-one enough. Really? That didn't count. I think you're right that they patrol down eventually. It's like you can't really get one of them down unless you like are really fast killing them, which I'm not. So there's something over there. What's in here? Yeah, okay. Figures. There's a guy over here. I saw him from earlier. Yeah. Just one question mark? What was that? Really not a backstab. I thought that would block him. It did not block him. He almost got my ass. Oh, I was in perfect backstab position. I fucked it up. Get down. Okay. What's over here? Okay, never mind. Right, this is the room full of all guys of fire. What if I healed and I didn't fight them? What if I did not fight them? There's nothing behind them, but I don't know if it's necessarily an important one. I think that's the mechanism. Hi. Boss, huh? I feel like the more I played this game, the more Dark Souls 3 I can spot in it. Or not Dark Souls 3, the more Elden Ring, sorry. I'd say less obvious things. Sweet. I'm going to ignore these guys and run and fight the boss, but I want to see what else is around here first and give this a cleaner attempt first. And when I inevitably get my teeth kicked in by the boss, I can just run through, do it the easy way. I see. Was this infinite of you? I assumed you weren't respawning, but maybe. Are you a mimic? I was trying to find out if you were a mimic. Not a mimic. Sweet. Actually, I probably should just go back to the bonfire. So we got an Estus shard and a souls, or a level up's worth of souls. So words with. Interesting. I'm excited to see what boss fight you mean.
Welcome, speak. Very well, then take it. Farewell, Ashen One.
What? My. The coal of that peaceable giant. Seems like ages passed. I imagine his passing was long ago. I miss the old bugger, I do.
Me too, Andre. Me too.
My thanks. I'll be sure this coal is put to good use. I'll be smithing weapons never afore seen by the likes of ye. It's but a small service to pay my humble respects.
I've been to Ethereal Dungeon, if that's what you mean. Nothing else that was yeah, I think I've been through that area. I don't remember. I think I faced the boss in that area. I don't remember. I think I must have.
Pretty be care, I don't.
Oh, Yorn? If you mean Yorn, then I absolutely did fight Yorn. You might enjoy this. I'll try to put out the clip. It's I put the full VOD of the last stream out, but I need to cut the clip out of the boss fight. But I fought Yorn intentionally not using the weapon that is meant for you to use against him. I just fought him with this sword. Because I wanted to make it harder on myself. And it was harder on myself than it had to be. But I did it. Where is... There you are. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to fight him with the weapon in my New Game Pluses, but I don't know. I wanted to try it, and I was a little bit... That was like 6 hours into an 8-hour stream or something, so I was already just out of my mind, and I felt like it would be funny. It takes fucking forever to do it that way. That fight made me think a lot of Rykard in Elden Ring. Down to the weapon you're supposed to use to fight him, making it trivial. AoE, I see. I understand now. I know who you used to be, or who you are taking the guise of. Ow. I see. I understand. Okay. It's not as bad. It's mostly as bad as you think. Like his legs take basically no damage. You need to hit his arms, which is tricky, and if you hit his head, it does a bunch of damage. You can stun him, but it's hard to do it reliably, even if you know like what you're trying to do. Yeah, I think I need to respect him a little bit more. I noticed how much damage I was doing. I just decided to get in there and just cut him to pieces, but I think he's not going to quite let me do that. Not paying enough attention on that. Oh boy, he's in it. I don't know what he's doing. I disagree, but okay. I'm not sure how I feel about this fight. It's weird. Oh, I thought it was out. It was not out. I need to not stand in fire. Fire hot. I think I'm doing enough damage that it's hard for me to have a strong feeling on this fight, because it's just... Like, I might not win this one. I could still get, like, owned here, but, like... I'm making real good progress on it. Or I could simply win first try. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I think now I have... I think plot's gonna happen to me from what the wiki said.
Unkindled one. The fire fades and awaits its one last lord. Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul.
I think I realize more and more going on in these games. Like I'm an aggressive player, and like when I can be rewarded for just getting in there and cutting, it works out well for me. Hello.
Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul.
No promises.
Tell him what he must be, a law.
Oh. I didn't mean to do a plot. I see. Great start. Answer, I don't even know her. Well, that's why you call you a dancer, I see. With full resources, I think I can do better here. Yeah, I like this one. This one's fun. Question is, where does it run me? Where does it lead me in relation to that fight? Aww. Well, I guess I should run back in there and see if I miss anything in the boss room. Literally run because I don't want to deal with these guys. Now, I'd love to not lose my souls from that boss fight, but we'll see if I manage that or not. I thought I had the timing on that. I did not have the timing on that. And swing. Better swing. Oh, nothing in here but a bonfire? Oh, I should get the bonfire at the very least. Oh boy. Yeah, they don't mind here. We'll worry about the dungeon for a second. I'm gonna go back there, but what else is here besides where the projection used to be? There's pills for that, if you want that. Nothing else here. Just the memory of Guinevere. I figured there'd be like... Actually, what? I don't even know. I didn't even realize what item I grabbed, if that was anything of value. I figured they'd put some memento of there being that whole section, but I also didn't expect anything that should be up there. Oh, is it a ring? Let's see what it was. Read an item description for once in my life. I got that earlier. What does this do? Okay. I got that from that opening. What did I get from... that one, maybe? Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, it's like the God. There's a ring in Dark Souls 2 that does that kind of thing, like health and stamina load or something. It is appreciated. Yeah, I may have looked something up real quick. Yeah, how do I get back to... if I want to go back to Dancer when we're trying to go? I read it's somewhere in this area, but where am I looking specifically? I just want to go back and get my Dancer fight in. Vortex. Oh, that makes a lot of sense, yeah. Has the sun always been eclipsing like that? I just never noticed. So I just want to look real quick. Okay, not see the sun from here. Never mind. Oh, I see. There's a fog gate. Oh, it's scary now. Okay. Let's dance. Still need to learn that attack better, but I survived, so there's that. Nope, I didn't have to do an attack so soon out of that. Bad? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, the good news is my souls are right by the door. Or maybe that's the door out, so maybe that's not. Oh, whatever. I found a way to tease her, I see. I could have had the experiences with Melania when I did Melania and Elden Ring the first time. I had the Mimic tier and was using Rain of Blood, where we just beat the shit out of her with the Rain of Blood sword art, and just stun locked her through phase 1. Basically, it was absurd. I don't know if any other bosses like really had a. If I've ever found like a really cheesy way to fight besides that. Okay, I didn't read the fire on the floor correctly. That was not an attack opening. At last spin, I'm still not downloading correctly. Rip. Yeah, that would do it. The Mimic tier in general, like, I don't regret, like, getting the Mimic tier, so, like, it led to, like, a kind of unique, well, not unique, but it gave me, like, a story to tell about my experience with Elden Ring, but it also just trivialized so many of the bosses late game. Because, like, I just had good gear, and, like, we would just, like, team up on the boss and just, like, cut them to pieces. You know, I feel good about this fight. I seem to land... I need to learn that, big spin she does better in phase 2. And other than that, I feel... Oh. And not get hit by that, but I at least know the theory here. Let's hit those before I forget. I thought I got a stun, but no. 4, 5... Okay, so it's not a consistent number of mini swings. You just have to kind of... I don't know, maybe there's a pattern to it. But it felt like it was just, you had to kind of vibe it out. Oh, okay. I didn't expect you to do it twice. Should have been opening. Only just. That was not the time to heal, but I got away with it. safety. Shh. I got this though. I just love first I'm gonna heal for safety and then just gets owned by the very next attack. Good job, self. I'm good at video games. Okay, hold on. We get owned by all the little dipshits in the way, I guess. Let's calm down. Let's reflect on what we've done. Not a great opening, but hey, we're in it. I love the footsteps he does, the way that sounds. That and the like little to none boss music is very atmospheric. Well, at least it wasn't a grab. But I'm just burning Estus Flask. I need to calm down and land my dodges. I need to calm down and land my dodges. Forgot that's a double attack. I just misread it. Yeah, I'm staying in too close with that attack pattern, I think is what's happening. This is not safe near her during that at all. And I'm staying in close and I'm greedy for damage, but like it's not the thing I want to do. It's a very visually interesting fight for sure. And like mechanically too. Like there's some of these patterns I'm just like not quite digesting yet, but like in general I feel like she communicates what she's doing really strongly. Like you can just read it and react to it. And I've always found that loop satisfying in these games when like you just like know what the boss is gonna do and you know like what you want to do to answer it. Like and you're just kind of like reacting, getting your damage in. That's all you get there. Not really what I wanted. I thought I could dodge out of it. No, I'm just getting baited into healing opportunities that aren't actually healing opportunities. I need to not do that. I need to not do that. Fuck you. I think I just need to get one hit in and get out more often is like the thing that's getting me fucked here. I'm just overcommitting to attacks and I'm vulnerable when I should be prepared to dodge. That's a 2. Was not ready for the backswing, should have been. I should have gotten hit by that. Nope. She always does 2 swings in that one. I keep forgetting. Risky. Was out of range, thankfully, but that was risky. Ready for it, but was slightly late on the dodge. Risky, but I was pretty sure I was out of range. Yeah, that was fine. I was not watching my health enough. You feel there's just like the stuff I get like tilted at sometimes. Like I feel like in general, like I have an easier time seeing like what is just straight up my shortcomings, and I guess like not. Maybe what helps is like I know very clearly where my weaknesses are, and I know how to solve them. Like I know it's like, oh, I need to dodge this pattern. Oh, I'm attacking too much and leaving myself vulnerable. Oh, I'm burning my stamina too quickly. Like there's just such a clear road to self-improvement so much at the time that makes it like I guess easier to stick around for the long term. Can I have my souls, please? It's rare that I don't know what I could be doing to do better in the fight, is I guess how I put it. Even if it's just the thing I need to be doing is learning boss patterns, I at least know that much. Okay, I didn't read that attack correctly. Okay, that's the dark version of the fire attack she does in the first phase, I see. It's like a tracing a circle. I swear I hit that dodge, but okay. I mean, yeah, like, the main, like, character attribute for these games isn't skill, it's patience. It's patience of the, like, I'm going to get my shit kicked in, and I'm going to get back up, and I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to keep doing it until I win. Like, it's... Being good at them helps, like, knowing the patterns helps, but, like, it's ultimately just, are you going to get back up after you lose and go back in there, or not? I dodged way early. Well. You almost hit me on that. I thought I'd have time to heal, or to dodge out of it if she attacked them. I did not. Right, I just dodged from the wrong side. She hit me in the backswing. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. Got slipped by that, I think, but didn't get hit that much by it at least. I misread that attack and almost got clipped by the AoE. I don't know if I could really explain how I'm dodging through that, but it's working out, so I'll take it. Two swings, two swings. That was a faster pattern than I was expecting, but it's fine. That was fun. I liked that one. I'm gonna go get my several levels now. So I'm drinking water in front of the phone tracking, so it's messing up.
Welcome home. Speak very well. Then taken. Farewell, Ashen One.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. I'll be happy to put that clip up later. Where is now? Man, what's beyond here? I know in a general sense I'm headed to Lothric Castle now because of wiki stuff, but I'm gonna poke around a bit and see if we can figure out where I'm meant to be going first. Oh, it's just gonna tell me what to do. Yeah, I usually get them, and I'll at least get the ones that are required for various. Oh, I should turn some of those in. Actually, as a reminder. Man, they have some fucked up sculptors in these games. The sculptors need help or therapy. But no, I generally try to get the boss's weapons just for show. I'm not sure. Most of them haven't like really been my taste as far as like stuff I want to use, but I like having them just as trophies. And I always aim for 100% completion in these games, as defined as what the achievements want. So I'll get whatever's required for that, which at least in Dark Souls 1 required all the boss level bosses. I think in 2 it didn't, and I haven't looked up if it requires all of them for 3 or not. I guess I'll find out. My cat showed up. I'm gonna go see if I can actually buy any of the boss soul weapons right now or spells. See if I can buy some of them. I also got some souls burning a hole in my pocket anyway that I should spend on something.
Aha, so
I understand why some of these are free and some of them have a cost. I'm not sure like what it's corresponding to.
now.
This being the first run, like I'm kind of just doing it arbitrarily because like I assume I'm gonna need like 2 or 3 completions for different endings anyways, or like various achievement requirements, and like I'll worry about the other weapons I didn't get on those runs. So I just kind of do it by vibes. Worms. I meant to go to the other chair. Whoops.
Ah, so now. Do not be.
Welcome home. Speak. Ashen, has the little Lord Ludleth a sense of a thing, pray tell? Ashen, has the little Lord...
I don't think I'd like it if they called me the Literal Lord. I think I would find that insulting.
Aha, so fine king, and also, in fact,
He isn't
most
thinking to me.
illustrious.
Okay. I'm also sure I'm missing plenty of side quest stuff, but I'm worrying about that in my second and beyond runs. Like, I don't need to deal with that right now. Did I kill the message? Not on my first run. I think I just ignored him, but I think like every playthrough past my first, I just knifed him on sight because he's such an asshole. I never did his side quest in Elden Ring either. I made sure of at least once, but like it's so invasion tied, and I've never liked any side of the invasion stuff, so I just didn't want to deal with it. There's too many pathways here. Rude. That was closer. I win. Oh, the first boss fight, do you mean? I might have misunderstood. So. Reaction doesn't. Oh, you meant the okay. Two of them is a little excessive. Especially if one's bass boosted. Maybe the corpse of their friend will intimidate them. Doesn't seem like it. I'm not sure I know what you mean. Oh, is that something getting some sort of drop from the giant birds and what is that zone even called? I don't remember. I remember so little about Elden Ring at this point. I don't think I did it, is the short of it. Oh, that's very funny. Yeah, I was never into soul storming as a general rule. I can see how that would be a fast one. Damn it. That's like none of his health. And why do they keep making every enemy in a row just a mini boss? I don't want it. I don't want this. Oh, neat. I've never done WoW, but I know various things about it. And I sometimes... I'm getting kind of a downswing with it, but I played Destiny 2, which isn't the kind of raid you mean, but has some of the same feel to it. There's some games where I can get down on grinding, but I feel like I don't really trend towards it as much. I see why people do it. Like, it totally makes sense. It just doesn't tend to be my playstyle. That's more like it. I thought I could stagger him out of that. I didn't think he would just commit to it. I know I didn't watch enough of it, but I know like a couple of years ago I watched some of the like people swinging at the world first Mythic, I want to say, like the challenge mode WoW raids, like doing like they're trying to do the first like hard mode clear of it or whatever. And it was kind of like mostly lost on me. It's like I don't really dig. I don't really do like traditional MMO raiding, like I said. And it's not just like WoW. Like I've watched some of Final Fantasy XIV's rating, and like it's the same thing. Like it's mostly just lost on me because I don't know the verbs of how those games work as well. But it's interesting. Even if I don't quite understand it, it's fun. Man. I love that it's the Bloodborne riposte sound. It's very funny. I've kept meaning to try WoW, and I don't know, maybe some other MMO. I think the thing that like messes me up is I don't know if I can like put it usefully into words. Like something about like the way the like clicks and cooldowns, like bar full of spells style of like traditional MMO combat works just like really does not work for me. And I've tried like various forms of it and like better and worse examples of it. Like I played a bunch of Elder Scrolls Online, which I've heard people describe as like not like, they don't call it, people just have said to me like it's not like a particular example of like what an MMO is, or like one you judge like the genre on necessarily, but that he swung out of that annoying. My point being, like, I don't know. It maybe wasn't a particularly good example of an MMO, but it really didn't work for me, despite liking some of the setting of those other games. And WoW, I never really tried it line. Final Fantasy XIV, I've never even so much as installed. No, I might just stay out of MMOs for the time being until one does something novel that speaks more to me. There's like any more of these guys later, I'm gonna be in fucking trouble with 3 SS Flash left. They're keeping range in a way it's useful for them, and it fucking sucks for me with my weapons. I need them to be closer. I need them to be so much closer. That really wasn't a parry? I disagree. Okay. See, I'm still gonna die to this guy, is the thing. The rate I'm going. He's trying to stop me from backstabbing him. Okay. Oh, so I didn't read your story. I hear so many things about Classic WoW. It sounds like it was... I'm trying to say this in a way that doesn't sound much derogatory, but it's like quite a time to be... Quite an experience to like have in your gaming repertoire. I've developed like into incredibly a nerd in other ways in my life, but like the kind of like traditional like plays WoW a bunch, raid parties on the weekends, LAN party nerd, like I guess I just didn't know the people that would make that possible. Like I'm about the right age for it, but I feel like I just like I knew like a handful of okay, it's just a bonfire here. Great. Fuck off. Like, I'm glad there's one here, but I hate that it's the answer was just to run past some guys. I don't like being rewarded for what feels like degenerate behavior. I guess I basically finished my point. Like I kind of remain curious about like how, if at all, my life would have been different if I just like been in those circles and like had like WoW rating in my backstory or whatever. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. Yes, it wasn't so much like speaking to your story, but I'm just like curious in it. I get curious in a lot of circumstances about like, oh, like this experience someone else had, or this experience is like described in like this bit of popular culture. Like, how would my life be different if I had that, or would it be? True. Interesting. You know, my parents were not into games in the slightest. So I think we once got my dad into NHL 2003 for the GameCube because he loves hockey and he can play the Red Wings. And that is, I think, the only time he's at all been interested. Sun is being eclipsed. I don't know if that's been the case this whole game or not. Hi, can I help you? Sorry, dude. You were simply not good, and I was good. It's not a fog wall ahead. There was a fake wall ahead. Unless it's a good map. Oh, that's just a loop, I see. Ow. Who threw that? You wanna come down here? Wait for me, friend. Thank you. I don't know what's triggering those Estus Flask can't use things on me. Like, I recognize, I can see it happening, I just don't understand like why it's happening or what's causing it. Seems normal. I didn't think the guy was gonna be scarier than he was. I think the fact that he just set me up for multiple backstabs kind of trivialized it. Oh, did they no, it's not that. Somebody is causing that no healed zone to happen. I don't understand that. Blue is an enemy. Okay, that would make sense, but I'm not seeing like any projectile or anything, which is what throws me. Oh, unless it's you. I see. Okay. Understood. I usually at least like try to wander an area until I like lose a bunch of souls or just find it too frustrating and then I'll sprint through. Like I'm at least like mildly curious about like, okay, what's this area about? Like, what am I doing here?
Welcome, speak. Very well, then taken.
Let me get endurance to 20 and then start leveling decks again.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Just wasn't it? Pretty big one.
Huh. That sword made him seem like he stood out, but I guess he's just also a corpse. Thought I fell on from a higher distance than that. I hate that backswing that shield guys can do. It's so annoying and hard to counter. Also, spears remain the most overpowered thing in these games, but only when enemies are using them. I guess I've never tried one, to be fair, but I thought they can't possibly be as broken as NPC spears feel sometimes, when they just can hit me at all times, from any distance, from any angle. The ones in 2 felt like especially cheap in some places, where they were just like, they had like a dash attack that spears would do, and they would just like run right through you and like take half your health or more while staggering you. And it's like, well, you put an enemy on a narrow area and give him a weapon that just wins that engagement. I don't know what I was supposed to do here. Well, fair enough. I know someone that's doing a Rapier DS2 playthrough, but I've never like really seen how those work at length. I need to play Lezipi more. I dabbled in it. I can't remember if I said that earlier in the stream, but I have dabbled in it. I've just not played on it. I've not played a ton of it. I will at some point. Hi, now you're awake from the start. Good to know. Oh, there's 2 of them. I see. Exciting. Okay, I don't... Am I not supposed to go through here? This is the direction I had. We're going this way. Oh, this is just the same way. I see. No, no, no! Oh, damn it! I saw it coming, but it's too late to stop it. I haven't had to fight one of these guys since the start one, I think. I learned pretty early on that if you kill them quickly enough, they don't transform, and then they're easy. But I didn't kill that one fast enough because I haven't seen one in ages. I do want those items on the bridge, but I assume that just is bait to get you killed, and maybe not necessarily anything good. Let's go over here. Who's yelling? I disagree that you had a shot, my guy. It's a mistake. Whatever's over here can't possibly be worth fighting two of these guys in a corner. Literally nothing. They're just mourning their friend. I'm sorry. I regret my decision. Get back to mourning. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry for my actions. Well, I hope we've learned something. I didn't realize it was the same section until it was too late. That's not quite true. I saw it was, and then I ran out anyways, hoping I was like close enough to a safe zone or something, and no, I wasn't. So I'm getting distracted looking at something else. Let's try this again, though. I will not interrupt the two guys who are mourning. I'm gonna go to the right side and see if there's items over there that I missed. Do you want that item? That seems risky to get to, though. No, you don't. Oh, hello. I see. However, if he'd hit me with that swing, I might have been in a really bad spot. Thankfully, he didn't. Rude. I want to gamble for an item use once I can heal again. Ooh, that was worth it. Nope! I wasn't fast enough. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Bye, 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 bye. Goodbye. I don't want any of what he's selling. It did stand out as like a particularly nice looking like item drop, and I didn't realize it was gonna be one of the Estus Flask upgrades. I thought it might be a like Tide Knight chunk or something. I guess I could have done the bonfire turn in, but whatever. I'll do it. I'll do it next time we get a chance. I wasn't quite in range. If that was the guy who was throwing the heal blocker items, that would be incredibly mean. Oh, not that those dogs. Bye. I didn't read what that item was at all. How many of you are there? Now then. I see. I guess I wanted to kill it faster, or not at all. Sweet. Dragon defeated. I can hear a crystal beetle around here somewhere. I might have enough to get to level 9 now. I should check. I'm distressed that that one is still there, but let's worry about that prominent there.
Welcome, speak. Very well, then take. Farewell, Ashen One.
Ah, 'tis, wasn't it? Pretty big, I don't.
Ah. Gracious let I only. Gracious let I only. Gracious let I only. Gracious and almost as if it had lived mere moments ago. Oh, forgiven. I'm sure an Ashen One's.
I only kill people who kill me, man. There's a lot of items here. I should buy at some point. Ah.
Ashen One.
I'm not worried about degradation in this game, but I think it would be nice to have that ring just in case.
Ah.
Yeah, there's a lot of really spicy dudes outside Abyss Watchers. I can see how that would be a good fun. I think I have this set.
Ashen One.
Oh, I didn't burn the thing. Boss are attacking enemies instead of the fog wall. That's fine. They're definitely very active in my game, but I never got that glitch to happen. That's what I was going for. They're being healed. Cool. I think I will not engage with this area. Temper to kill the spellcasters out of spite. Shortcut door. I guess actually that's not that bad of a run back, honestly, to the boss. Just curious what else is here to be found. What is scales good for? And they're an upgrade material I can guess, but for what? Soul trans. Oh, so these are boss weapons. I see. Yeah, thanks. Been slowly ticking up. I don't stream regularly, and I'm not like big on promoting it, so it's not like been fast progress. But I don't know. I like doing my streaming thing. I'm glad that people are hanging out to watch. Being chill about it. Contraption does not move. Contraption does not move. I think contraption will start moving after I kill the boss. I don't think so. I think that's a bad idea. Yep, I need to get, yeah, I need to, oh, hello. I've had 3 concurrents before, but not for a while. I might, provided I still have 50 in the morning, I might try to get I don't know, actually push some friends to draw by for a stream or something to make that happen. I am doing, have some scheduled Destiny 2 tomorrow with some friends, and I might, when I tweet about that, note, hey, by the way, if 3 people come by and talk at the same time, I get an affiliate, as there's a little extra promotion thing, but we'll see. Nope, he's on the elevator. He survived the fall. Oh boy. Well, that was fun. Or something. Let's go back up. Okay. If I was trying to finish, I'm gonna do a Destiny with some friends tomorrow, and I might try to get some people to drop by and talk at the same time. And I think provided my streams in the last few days count as high enough, which I think it is, I should just immediately hit affiliate, which will be exciting. Like, I've never planned on doing, like, making stream like a big thing, like, it's just kind of a hobby, and I'm not interested at all in pushing past affiliate, but it's a nice little milestone. And I can get emotes and whatever the fuck. Skill required to add, huh? Okay. Hi. Ow. That's a fork combat, I see. I wonder if there's a repulse opportunity there. He really delayed that attack. Oh, it's an average stream? I might be fine then. I stream, like, at least once a week regularly, and sometimes more bursts, and I've done a few sets where I did, like, several days in a row streaming. But at any rate, like, that's one of the easier requirements to hit on my own, so. I didn't dislike that fight I was just in. I need to learn to deal with that. Crazy late attack he did, because that threw me. Because I saw that it was late and I waited, but he also waited to swing, and I needed to, like, not keep trying to out-dodge it. Let's see. That almost hit me. That did hit me. I think open attack window, but that's fine. I mean, better give an attack window than be dead. It's happening again? Okay, we're fine. I didn't learn anything, but I didn't get hit by it. sound of that. Damn. This fight is alright. I don't like the things that annoy, like the shield charge he does is still kind of annoying. It's just hard to read it coming, and like the answer probably is just don't be that close to him. But like I kind of have to as a melee focus player. But also like I get less annoyed about that thing from I'm thinking about like a boss fight differently than like a random guy fight. So like I'm not as annoyed by like the same attack patterns that were getting me upset earlier from like the knights who have those moves. Because yeah, like a boss should be able to like combo me and one hit me if I don't answer his attacks correctly. Like that's the point of it. But like when a random guy does it, it's like I don't think a random guy should be this strong. Not the worst one back at least. How is it? All of them streaming. That was not the right time to attack? Okay, I see how it is. Sweet. Dodged into it like a dumbass. Good job. He didn't punish me as much as he could have for that heal, at least. Or it, they. I don't know how you gender armor. Misread it. Good progress, though. Mistimed it. I would have had time to heal, probably, after that. I didn't. And I figured if I tried to heal while he was still charging his uppercut, he would just uppercut me. Immediately. That was solid, though. It was a good run. I late wasted heal, kind of. Yeah, definitely wasted heal now. I think he's using like the butcher sword that some of the enemies and that one boss had, but on a spear haft. Interesting. That attack's hard to read. Like the tricky part is like it's not just the delay, but like when he actually swings, it's like a 180 degree or like 270 degree semicircle, and it seems like you either need to time your iframes right exactly at the right time, or you just need to be in the one part he's not swinging at, and figuring that out is hard. It might be better just to hug his back during that if I can, and like then try to dodge from there, because I'll be in a safer position to start with. I'm repositioning my chair. Just getting sore from sitting here for several hours. The person is using heavy armor. Maybe just a heavy character, I don't know. That almost hit me. I didn't dodge right. Not farther than here, please. I disagree. That's new. I don't think he's done the slam beforehand before. Or at least I don't remember saying it. I could have recovered from that. I could have recovered from that. If I don't get an attempt to do it, I might need to step away for a second just to get some more water. But otherwise, I'm feeling pretty solid on this fight. So. Nice. Goodbye, weird dragons.
Welcome, host. Very well, then taken. Farewell, Ashen One.
Yeah, no problem. I did enjoy that fight. That was fun. So I need to step away for a second, but I'm gonna go a little bit further first. I think I might now be eligible to punch through to Ring City if I want, though I think I might still not be at the level for it. And also, I think I need an item to unlock it, which I don't necessarily have. I would have to poke around with the wiki for. I got into Painted World of Ariandel, which I'll do at some point, but... the thing I want to do is go into Ring City for the Witch Armor, specifically, and leave right after. And I know... I hear it as is traditional, it's endgame content, so I don't know that I want... I don't know when I'm going to be able to get in there, even if it's just for a little bit. But I did hear, according to the From or the wiki or something, that once you've cleared Lothric Castle, it's intended for players who have cleared Lothric, which I think I just did. Contraption really still does not move? I'll do the DLC like properly at some point for both of them, but because they stuck the armor I want in there, I'm gonna have to think about getting in early at least. It's always a library. Hi. It's good to be dead. I don't think I should be able to be attacked through the floor. What are you baiting me into? And I won't worry about it too much longer then. I'll poke around here for a bit more. I was hoping to get into it this weekend, but that might have been over optimistic considering it's pretty strictly in-game stuff, it seems like. Hi. Hi. Just what's up with you guys being covered in wax or whatever? Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but I guess I'm gonna learn what happens when you do that. Sure. Alright. Yeah, that's how it's described to me, that you either do both DLCs, so you're the second DLC, or you are nearly at the end of the game. I don't know, maybe I'd be better suited going and doing Ring City. Or not Ring City, Painted World, I mean. I love to fight enemies in closed hallways. I love when the game makes me do it. It's so cool and great. Especially when they're fucking spear enemies, who are most bullshit enemies in the game, as I've previously said. I could get a swing in. Maybe to get a kick, but... If I find another bonfire, maybe I'll at least go actually explore Painted World. Like, I got into Painted World and then immediately left. I've not actually, like, messed with it at all. And I want to see, like, how it feels, because I'm not against doing DLC early if it feels appropriate. I just haven't historically, just because of how they place the DLC in these. The books are haunted. Books are haunted. Books are haunted. I've liked some of them. Off and on. Like, DS1, like I said, had, like, one of my favorite bosses in that game. DS2, the second DLC, had, like, my two favorite bosses in that whole game. The other two were meh. I thought Bloodborne's DLC was fun, especially Lady Maria, which was far and away my favorite fight in that game. But you might be sensing a theme here. I've liked the DLC boss fights a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. I don't know anything on DS3's DLC yet, of course, but I'll find out. Ow. Have I been here before? I can't tell. Maybe? Yes. Okay. I'm curious to see what Elden Ring's DLC is like, but... Yeah, it's fair. Like, I I imagine, like, in theory, what you're paying for is, like, some of the aesthetics of the DLC areas they explore, but, like, and we might agree on this, like, I don't feel like I can sustain myself just on that. Like, a cool area, like, burns down really quickly for me if I don't like the experience of fighting the guys in it, or, like, I get the bit it's doing, but it falls flat. And, like, it mainly is the bosses that can sustain themselves, and whether that's been enough, of course, depends. I'm really curious what the Elden Ring DLC is like when it exists, because I've never been there for the launch of a DLC before, one of these. And I don't know what to expect, I guess. Besides a new area and some new bosses, and an excuse to go back to Elden Ring after effectively being done with it. Okay, I wasn't sure if there's any, like, date for it besides not yet, when it's good and ready. So I'll keep that in mind and, I guess, wait for them to deliver. I'm curious whether it'll happen before or after I finish beating all the Souls games and before or after I finish my, like, refights of some bosses I was doing. Ow. From behind, yep. Also, always wish that Sekiro got DLC, but the way I heard it told, from this didn't expect Sekiro to hit as hard as it did, and they're already had their hands very full of Elden Ring, which is extremely unsurprising with how much game is in that game. Which means Sekiro didn't get DLC and maybe never will. Unless they go back and do a Sekiro 2 or something, which, who knows. Yeah, fair enough. I don't have, like, any internal idea of, like, what From development process is like, and maybe no one else does either, but... Like, they had, I assume, a lot of game studios have, like, different internal teams, like, a lot of the, like, medium to large ones, and, like, it wouldn't surprise me if they had different people working on Armored Core to an extent than, like, the Souls is. Which I bring up only because I'm curious, like, they're obviously finishing the Elden Ring DLC, but, like, presumably they have another Souls in the works. My suspicion is they're not going to do another Elden Ring. Like, I don't think that's going to be the new pattern or anything. Like, I don't think they... Elden Ring itself, like, was a bit overstated its length, as a lot of people's impression, and I think mine as well. Like, I enjoyed playing it, but, like, there was a lot of it, and not necessarily for the better. In places. Please move forward. Am I just being chain backstabbed? Fuck off. God damn it. I'm supposed to do that to enemies. They're not supposed to do that to me. I don't think they're gonna do another Elden Ring. Like, I think I think it was good that they did one.